Welcome, everybody, to another edition of BlackInc.tv, where our mission is to inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs simply to think bigger and bigger, then straight go for it. I got to tell you, I'm very excited because I've been looking forward to my conversation with our next guest for a long time. She's accomplished so much, if I may, including being named to the Forbes 30 under 30 list. You want to talk about going big? She has an incredible global following and has worked all over the world, including Shanghai, New York, Miami, Monaco. Oh my gosh, not to mention expanding her own business across Macedonia, Albania, Kosovo for starters. Oh my goodness, how many languages do you speak? The more I learn about her, the more of an admirer I become. I have so much respect for her. So let me go ahead and introduce the incredible, courageous, bold, intelligent powerhouse, Arijana Koskarova. Arijana, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you, Tony, so much for your introduction. I'm very honored to be here with you. And actually, we've already met. And I'm also very happy to be your guest, and everything that you do with this show to empower people to be the next generation of entrepreneurs, I think is what everybody needs, because I mean, it's the 21st century. People can be whatever they want. There is no better time to be an entrepreneur than today. And if I may, by any chance, with any of my experience, encourage someone to do the same, I would be very happy to do that.
That is fantastic. I mean, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? You know, where you're from. You know, a little bit about your businesses, the companies you're involved in. I mean, you're doing so much.
Yeah, thank you. So basically, I'm from North Macedonia. It's a country in Europe, north of Greece. I assume everybody knows Greece, so we are just the neighboring country. And basically, I didn't start as an entrepreneur, obviously. So I started as basically in the marketing sector. I was working in Shanghai for around 5 years for one American corporation, actually. And then I decided that I wanted to grow in the corporation. So I decided that the only way to do that is if I do my MBA, because I would be more competitive on the when the internal recruiting would happen. So I went to do my MBA in Monaco, and I choose Monaco because it's the place where, you know, it's full of investors and, you know, disruptive technologies. It's a small, very small place, but you have a lot of businesses going over there. And I spent 2 years doing my MBA in Monaco. And then, obviously, as everybody else, I decided that I don't want to go back to corporate, but I want to start something on my own. And actually, my last project in Monaco was a KPI app for cruise lines, because I was previously involved with the cruise line sector. And I found myself and obviously my team, I found a co-founder and the UX UI designer who were basically helping me with the app. And we went to Hong Kong on one summit and we managed to sell the app. And with those money, actually, then I decided I want to go back to my country and start my business. In Europe, and I mean all around US as well, because actually I'm right now in Miami trying to expand my business. Actually, I just registered yesterday my US business, so I'm very happy about that. But what we see right now is basically that more and more people want to change careers, but they don't want to go back to university. And what they want, you need something, a practical program for around 6 to 9 months that can basically fast track them and then help them to be placed and, you know, get to this new world jobs, as we're calling, like data science or front-end development, back-end development, digital marketing, UX UI design, and basically, you know, get the skills of the future. So my company is basically a non-formal educational hub. It's called Creative Hub. And basically people are coming when they want to change a career or upgrade their career. Maybe they are working as junior positions and they want to upgrade, or, you know, in front end, there are so many additional skills, like they want to take additional language like React or Angular, and they upgrade their skills. And then what is the best thing is, and what makes us different, is that we have a team, a specialized team that helps these people find jobs. So it's not like we're not just giving you the skills, but we're also helping you find a job. So I'm calling it more of a transformational hub. And also we have included one more part, which I think is very interesting, and it comes from my own background for success, because I believe that for success, you need to have a balanced lifestyle. Balanced lifestyle means, healthy living, workouts and everything. So now we have actually launched a program. It's called the Total Transformation Program. Basically, people get the program, the classes, so twice a week for 2 hours. And they also get twice a week workout sessions with a personal trainer. So this is included into the program. It's in a way that we want to say, you know what, for success, you need to be balanced. It's not only work. It's not only just working out. So basically, you need to have a balanced lifestyle. And in the future, probably we would also add mindfulness program to practice the focus, because I also think that's very important for success. And yeah, basically, in a nutshell, that's what I do.
Wow. You're obviously making an incredible impact on people's lives, not to mention the trajectory that you could completely change the trajectory of their lives and their families' lives going forward. Can you talk about maybe the feeling it was for you during that moment of Creative Hub's first graduation ceremony? What was that like for you to see, that you did it, they did it, and what was that like? What was that feeling like?
You know what? So for me, it was because basically I started my business from zero, right? So I'm never going to forget. In Macedonia, if you want to register a company, you have to put like $5,000 down payment in the bank. So basically, you have something to start a company. So I'm giving this money to my brother. And obviously with 5,000, you cannot do anything, but this is just like the starting, what they're asking for. And my brother goes to the bank. And at that time, he's also my co-founder, and he was 18. And he sees this money and he's like, oh my God, Arijana, what if we lose the money? And I'm like, well, if we lose, we lose, like money you can make. But I said, you don't have, better time to start to be an entrepreneur. You can always go back and work for someone else. But today I decided I'm going to do it. So regardless of everything. So coming back to your question, basically, I've invested all my money in this. But it's one thing to invest money. It's completely another thing to have people buy your service and then make money. So basically, the first ceremony for me was like, when I saw the first group, we had around 20 students. We had 2 academies that time, graphic design and digital marketing. And for me, it was like really, I was like, oh my God, we actually did money. We made it. I've actually created out of nothing something. And now, like 4 years after, we opened also in our neighboring countries, in Kosovo. Now we're opening in US. And for everybody, believe me, in my country, like I know entrepreneurs that have very big businesses. They would be scared to go to US and just like to start it. But for me, it's like, I have one life. If I don't try today, 10 years after, I don't want to be sorry for not trying. Because what's the worst thing that can happen? I might learn something new. And I'm already learning something new while I'm doing the process. So there is no such thing as failure. It's only lessons. And then, until you find a way to make it happen. So I think that, whoever wants to start something, they should not be scared, because it's basically entrepreneurship is such an incredible journey in life that you can choose. But it's also, very, very fulfilling, because once you see and you're like, oh my God, out of nothing, I have actually created something and this thing works. And I have changed the lives of these people. We have helped them find jobs. We have helped them earn more money for their families, to change their future. So many people that were waiters changed to front-end developers, and now they're working on, earning so much more money. So basically, and also other positions. So people that have not been happy, like they're not happy for working, I don't know, as associate in a bank for 20 years, that they feel they want to do something in their life, because obviously you have only one life and you have to do something about it. So, seeing that these people have accomplished that through our program, so what we have done has actually been beneficial for the people. It's really, it's really rewarding feeling. And, it's in a way, there's one interview where Denzel Washington says, it's about making the impact, don't just hesitate to make a living, but also to make an impact. So when I see these people, and basically in a way, this is like a community, I feel like, we have impacted so many people, and it just makes me feel good. And makes me feel like my life has not been, that no matter if I'm here or not here tomorrow, during my journey, I have touched and helped people while also making a company successful.
Oh my goodness. The level of confidence, the overcoming the fear is incredible. I think I saw somewhere that you have put together some incredible events, bringing together venture capitalists, entrepreneurs, world leaders. Can you talk about maybe one of those? I mean, that had to have been some pretty incredible experiences for that.
Yeah, so basically when we were on the 2019, we were on the Forbes under 30 list in Europe, and the chief editor of Forbes, Randall Lane, he became a very good friend to us. And we wanted to invite him to do a Forbes under 30 event in our country. And because it's Randall Lane, right, it has to have official invitation from the government. So I find a way how to go to our prime minister and actually get him to send Randall an official invitation. And then Randall confirmed, and suddenly we had to do an event. So there was no event planned. It was just like to come to, it was basically a meeting. But then when he confirmed, the government said, okay, you have 1 month, on the 13th of September, you're doing an event. So I was like, but we didn't plan to have an event. But they was like, yes, but okay, now you have to make an event. So I had 1 month to make an event, and luckily, when you're an entrepreneur, people also other entrepreneurs want to support you. So I started calling, my basically people that I know that are, very well entrepreneurs. So we had the richest people from our neighboring countries, from the Balkans, from Albania. We had high net worth individuals, basically. We had from Serbia, we had disruptors, we also had editor from Forbes. We had the Forbes under 30 people from the Balkans that were that year. We had the prime minister. We had the president of the Chamber of Commerce. We had people from guest speakers from World Economic Forum. And we had also that time the digital marketing director of Dior, of the brand Dior. So we have connected so many people and bring together on that event. It was really incredible, and we did it in basically less than 1 month. And I think it's the best event that my country has ever seen organized. But yeah, I'm looking forward to make another one once we basically succeed in US. So after that, probably would make something else. Again, in a way, it was very, very interesting business networking experience because, there has been so many events, but what we did, we connected, the high net worth individuals with the business, with the, basically with the government sector and with Forbes. So it was like, all things in one place. And I'm very proud of that.
That is incredible. Just thinking about managing all of that. Was there ever a time during that period where, you had to tell the prime minister, you know what, I'm a little busy right now, let me get back to you?
No, you cannot say that to a prime minister. You cannot. But he was also very proud. But, the feeling that, look, our prime minister doesn't go to events, to private company organized events. But this was, I think that, he would go to like economist conference, to whatever, Forbes, or, some bilateral conference, but he would not go to like a business event like this. But he came, and, it was so much fame. He came also with the vice president of economy. And then we had all like ambassadors and the president of the Chamber of Commerce, which is very also powerful person in our country. And I believe in any country, because we are helping the trade unions and everything. So basically, it was really, really great experience. And after that event, I got invitation to be a speaker at the World Economic Forum. So basically that event get me an invitation to a much higher event with, basically one thing opens another, and, nothing goes unnoticed. It's not just like for the event, but the things that came out after the event were also very, very rewarding as experiences.
Wow. You are incredible. What's what's next? I mean, what impresses me about you a lot too is your ability to have an incredible vision, long-term vision that you can see past things. So let's say it's 2030, 2040. Where are you at? What are you doing? And yeah, talk a little bit about some of that stuff.
So basically, 2030, 2040, 10 years or 20 years from now, I would see my business as more globally expanded, probably not only in US, maybe China as well, or the Middle East. But I would also get involved in personally in other businesses because obviously education cannot scale that fast as a product-oriented business. I also have a family of small winery in Macedonia. Macedonia is actually famous for that, for wine, and we're planning on importing it in US. And I also have a yacht app that is actually Airbnb for yachts. And we're looking to launch it. We're still working on the backend side. It's a bit of a complex project. But actually this week in Miami is also the boat show. So, who knows, maybe we'll have some potential partners or collaborators. So I'm looking forward for that as well. But yes, so I would say more successful, more diversified portfolio of the businesses, and also more impact. I think at the end, it's about impact. It's not about money once you make the money.
We could talk all day. I got just a couple of more things I wanted to just ask you about today. When did you make the decision that you were going to not only step onto the world stage, but accept the responsibility of being a leader at that level? Because the things that you're doing are very big and it takes an enormous amount of confidence. Where does that, how do you accept that responsibility to make that impact on other people?
Well, the responsibility, you're right. I think it's very important to be mentioned because, people think sometimes, and actually it's a wrongdoing, they think that entrepreneurship is about, doing your own time. So you don't have to go to work, but people don't know. Entrepreneurship is basically 24/7. Like if somebody writes on Facebook at 2 a.m. and there is none of my people online to answer, I will answer. So basically it's like, you have to take responsibility for every part of the business, not to mention taking care of your people, their well-being, their training, them feeling fulfilled, that there should be also happy with the salary, with earnings, with everything. So, and also in the business, in these 4 or 5 years that I have the business, things have not always gone so smooth. So we have been through, rough times, but as if you're a person that you can take on the responsibility, then it will be rewarding at the end. I think that confidence does not come from wanting to be confident. I think comes from knowledge and experience. As I mentioned before, my first experience has not been owner of a business. So I have actually climbed myself up. And I've been very hardworking and very determined. And I wake up every morning at 5 a.m. I'm not obliged to do it, but I'm doing it because that gives me those 4 times, give me time to be connected to my business back home, which is now run by my brother. But what I want to say is like, you need to have a high level of commitment. Yes, we all want the good life. We all want to just, go out, enjoy life, but it's not about that, all the time. So basically you need to make a perfect balance in your life. And many times you need to know how to prioritize and not to waste your time. Like people just waste their time. They're just getting into this bubble of a regular lifestyle, like 9-to-5 job, and then go out, and then next day, and then, and then the days go and the years go. And then one day you wake up and you're like, oh my God, my life just like 5 years, 10 years, just passed away. But if you put on some effort and basically if you make yourself a plan and if you say, you know what, this is what I want to achieve, I don't know, make an affirmation board or whatever, then, work towards those goals. But the responsibility that comes, it's a responsibility for managing your own time and also managing the time of the others. So, and then also to understand that you're the leader and you need to lead the people, of course, to give them opportunity to express their opinions and everything. But when you need to step up, and the whole responsibility basically at the end comes to you.
Incredible, incredible. Well, we could definitely talk all day. I want to be very respectful of your time and everything. Is there anything that you'd like to leave us with, as far as motivation for the next group of entrepreneurs? Yeah, what would you like to add before we let you go?
Well, I would want to add that, as I said also before, like if you want to be an entrepreneur, don't like overthink it. Just like sit and plan it. And there are like so many people that can help you on the way, how to say. But you have to decide that you want to start, and there is no backing off. I would not recommend being an entrepreneur as a first job. I would recommend start from the bottom. Even do a lot of service-oriented jobs like waitress, hostess, whatever, because these things you learn how to work for somebody else. You learn basically to discipline yourself, because I think that discipline is very important for every entrepreneur. Like if you want to be successful, you have to be able to put yourself towards discipline and responsibility, because you come last. I always say, actually, I work for my employees. I work for them. I work for their salary.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have to be able to take on that. But also it's a thing that's more rewarding. It can give you a life that you would not even dream about. Like imagine if I just continued working in my corporate job, I would not be now in Miami trying to open my business here. Like look how far actually something from a very small, and I have a small business. My business is not like corporation, it's a small business. So but from one thing that has proven successful in one country, second country, now it had actually made me, okay, now we can go more big, because I believe 100% in our service and I believe in what we offer. So basically it can bring you to so many things that you would not even imagine. So I mean, for what I would like to leave the people is like, don't be afraid, take chance, but also understand that there's a lot of responsibility and you have to put a lot of discipline. So work on your discipline and then just start it.
You are incredibly inspirational. I'm one of your fans. Thank you so much. There's my favorite image we're going to flash on the screen before we go, but you know what? That's all the time we have today, unfortunately, because we could talk all day. And I'm hoping you can come back and we can talk some more. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, our incredible guest, Arijana Koskarova. Thank you. My name is Tony Beaman. I'm gonna put my LinkedIn profile here on the bottom. Hit me up. Once again, thanks again for watching this edition of BlackInk.tv. We'll see you next time.